Welcome, travelers, to the darkest tales from the farthest reaches of our world, where ancient evils stir and cosmic horrors await. I am your guide to the night side of nature, and these are the darkest things ever found in old books. And now, without further ado, let's dive right into our first entry. Story 1. The Choir of Silence. Deep within the Carpathian Mountains, shrouded in mist and age, lies the skeletal monastery of silence, stones bearing silent witness to a secret history. The wind whispers through shattered windows, carrying with it the memory of monks who never uttered a sound. They were not mute, but rather devoted to a higher calling, a devotion that Lucifer himself had instilled in them before casting them into eternal damnation. No common order of monks were these men. They were the Choir of Silence, an infernal choir assembled by the fallen angel Lucifer in the remote past. Their monastery was an isolated fortress of stone and shadow, its purpose concealed from the mortal world. For here, amidst the towering peaks and cloistered halls, Lucifer forged an order unlike any other. An order whose purpose was to contemplate the abyss, to meditate on the silence of a godless void. Their chants were not hymns of praise to any deity, but invocations into the silence of the universe where God was absent. In the echoing chambers of the monastery, they sang of the infinite darkness, their voices weaving a tapestry of sound that resonated with the very essence of nothingness. It was here that the Choir of Silence honed their craft, their voices becoming instruments of the damned. As centuries crawled by, their chants took on an inhuman quality, their harmonies edging towards dissonance. Their voices, once human, now carried the echoes of the damned. Yet they continued to chant, oblivious to the creeping corruption that twisted their forms and soured their hearts. Then one day, they all vanished. No doors were broken, no windows shattered. There was no sign of a struggle or a hasty departure. It was as if they had simply ceased to exist, leaving behind only the haunting melody of their silence. But upon the altar, scrawled in the soot of a vanished fire, was a single chilling phrase: "He listens now." The cryptic message echoed the choir's purpose, hinting at a grim apotheosis, a final silence in which their infernal choir would reach its crescendo. And so the legend of the Choir of Silence persisted through the ages, a cautionary tale whispered by shepherds tending their flocks in the mountain's embrace, till one fateful day when explorers seeking to unravel the mystery of the abandoned monastery stumbled upon a series of wax-sealed glass jars buried beneath the altar. Driven by curiosity, they broke the seals, releasing the trapped sounds into the world. But instead of the expected dust, a more sinister substance emerged, a black tar that writhed and pulsed like a living thing. And from that moment, the explorers were cursed. One descended into a fitful slumber, muttering in a language long forgotten. His dreams were filled with chanting monks in a starless sky. Upon waking, he screamed at the phantom sounds until his throat tore and his sanity ebbed away. Another paced the monastery's halls for 33 nights, whispering secrets to his own shadow that only the damned could hear. Driven mad by the cacophony of silence, he finally hung himself from a gnarled branch. The tree had not borne fruit in 100 years. Its branches offered the desperate man a noose from which to end his torment. And so the Choir of Silence continued to claim victims, drawing them into the maddening depths of their eternal song. For they sang of the absence of light, of the cold embrace of the void where even the stars dared not shine. Their song was a siren's call to the damned, a testament to the chilling silence of a godless eternity. And it is said that Lucifer no longer speaks. He sings through those who are truly silent, those who seek solace in the darkness and find only madness. The monastery stands as a crumbling monument to the Choir of Silence, a stark reminder of the horrors that lie dormant in the world's forgotten corners. The very stones seem to hum with the ghosts of voices that should forever remain silent, and the mountains hold their breath, fearing the day when the song of the damned will rise again, echoing through the valleys and claiming new victims for its eternal chorus. For the choir of silence sings still, and their song is the harbinger of madness and despair. Now, travelers, we have reached the end of our journey through the darkest tales from the farthest reaches of our world. I trust you have been captivated by the chilling narratives that unfolded before us, each one a testament to the darkness that resides in the forgotten corners of our world. Before we part ways, I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences. Each tale left an indelible mark on your soul. And do you have any stories of your own that you would like to share with our community? Let us know in the comments below. And if you have not yet done so, I implore you to subscribe to our channel. Together, we can explore the hidden and the haunted, uncovering the mysteries that have long evaded human understanding. May the darkness be with you, travelers, until we meet again in the ethereal expanse of the night side of nature. Keep the flame of curiosity burning brightly, and always remember that some secrets are best left undisturbed. With this, we bring our journey to a close. Thank you for joining me in exploring the darkest things ever found in old books. If you enjoyed this adventure into the macabre and the mysterious, I invite you to join our growing community. Don't forget to hit like to stay informed about our latest hauntings, and if you dare, subscribe to venture further into the night side of nature with me. Your support allows us to continue unearthing terrifying tales that will chill you to the bone. Remember, the darkest secrets often hide in the most unsuspecting places, waiting to be discovered by those who dare to look beyond the veil. So keep your eyes sharp and your wits about you, because you never know what horrors might be lurking in the shadows. Story 2. The Watcher Beneath Time. Time, as we know it, is not linear. It is flexible, malleable, a dimension of its own, existing outside of space, as infinite and eternal as the God who created it. Some believe it can be bent, manipulated even, and some whisper of a fallen angel named Lucifer, whose obsession with the past has given him the ability to manipulate time itself. It was in the 1930s when rumors spread throughout the occult community of an order, a secret society hidden somewhere deep within the catacombs of Berlin. Its members were few, its purpose unknown, except for one thing. Stay had something that belonged to the first man, something called the chronothorn. According to their cryptic texts, the order claimed to possess a thorn branch taken from the original tree of knowledge in Eden, Asgard, a living relic that held Lucifer's essence and the power to bleed time itself. When activated under a crimson moon, it was said to open a rift in time, allowing whoever stepped through to move freely across the timeline. But that was just a rumor. The truth was far worse. For those brave or foolish enough to seek it out, they found the order in their catacombs lair, gathered around an altar where the chronothorn was laid. Its bark withered and black, but pulsating with an inner light, constantly dripping what appeared to be blood-colored sand onto a chalice below. When full, the order drank from it, each sip giving them extended life, rumored to grant knowledge and power beyond mortal comprehension. The price, however, was great. For whatever power the chronothorn granted came with a curse. The user would be forever trapped in a state of suspended animation, cut off from the present, banished to the timeless void between past and future, condemned to witness the birth of stars and the death of galaxies, while remaining forever unchanged themselves. Curious about the nature of the order in the Chrono-Jan, a young German woman named Greta Eberl snuck into their lair, hoping to steal the artifact and study it. She found it abandoned, the members seemingly vanished overnight, along with their leader, Wilhelm, who she had grown strangely fond of. She took the thorn with her, determined to learn its secrets. But once activated, it didn't take her back in time. It collapsed it. Past, present, future, all one long nightmare. She woke up disoriented, finding herself in a basement, identical to the one she'd crept through earlier, but filled with strange machinery and covered in alchemical symbols. Days later, a neighbor reported hearing strange noises coming from the apartment, gurgling whispers and the sound of someone weeping. When the police broke down the door, they found Greta slumped in a chair, her clothes torn and her skin stretched tight over her bones, her eyes hollow and empty, still muttering about the thorn as she slowly stopped breathing. The police never connected it to the missing cult, nor did they ever find any trace of the order in the catacombs. It was as if they had never existed. Yet people spoke of seeing him again, Lucifer, watching from afar. His presence felt at the edge of human perception, able to appear at will, especially at times of great joy or sorrow. He was seen standing on the banks of the Nile during the Exodus, wandering through the halls of Pompeii on the day it was buried, floating through the New Orleans French Quarter during Mardi Gras, smiling mysteriously, as if privy to some great joke. He could be anywhere, but he chose to be here, okay? Some say Lucifer is not only present now, he is present always, appearing at the edge of major events, okay? Smiling when no one else can. Now, there are many versions of Lucifer. He can be a demon, a fallen angel, a tricksy spirit, even just a personification of the intellect. But whichever he is, there is one version of him that persists across all stories. The Watcher on the Throne. The Watcher on the Throne. The architect of mankind's greatest triumphs and tragedies. The puppeteer of history, pulling the strings of nations, guiding the course of civilizations, orchestrating the rise and fall of empires. All for what purpose, though? Is he a force for good or evil, okay? A bringer of enlightenment or harbinger of doom? Does he care, okay? He watches, unmoved by the machinations of men, the endless cycle of ambition, greed, love, lust, hate, fear, and death. He sees it all, knows it all, yet remains silent, detached. Why? What is he waiting for? Some say he is waiting for us to realize we are the puppets, to wake up to the fact that we have been playing out our roles for millennia, repeating the same mistakes, chasing the same illusions. Some say he is waiting for us to break free of our chains, to cast off our disguises and embrace our true nature. Some say he is waiting for us to join him on the throne, to rule by his side and shape the future of humanity according to our will. But most say he is waiting for nothing, okay? That he doesn't care about us or our fate, that we are nothing but playthings to him, mere pawns in his game, that he is the watcher on the throne, the puppet master of history, the architect of our collective destiny, and we dance to his tune, whether we like it or not. Whether he is waiting for us or not, one thing is certain, he does not belong to this world. Okay, there are things about him that we cannot comprehend, mysteries that lie beyond our understanding, okay? And yet, we sense his presence everywhere, watching us, judging us, mocking us, waiting for us, okay? Waiting for what we do not know. But perhaps it is in his eyes, in the depths of his gaze, that we might find the answers we seek. If we could only see what he sees, understand why he is the watcher on the throne. Perhaps then we would know our place in the grand tapestry of existence, the role we are meant to play, the purpose we were born to fulfill. Or perhaps we would simply be lost in the labyrinth of eternity, forever searching for meaning in a meaningless universe. Either way, the risk is great, for once you look into his eyes, there is no turning back. You are forever changed by what you see, and there is no escape from the watcher on the throne. Those who knew Lucifer well, including Greta, told stories of a creature both beautiful and terrifying, a being of pure energy and willpower, capable of feats beyond mortal imagination. Some say he could walk backwards, moving freely through time without leaving a trace. Others say he could bend reality to his will, altering the laws of physics to suit his needs. But most agreed on one thing: his eyes were windows to another realm, places where time stood still, the fabric of reality was thin, and where the secrets of the universe were revealed. It was said that if you met him on the street, he would smile knowingly and offer you a coin, a chance to change your fortune or alter your past, okay? And if you accepted, you would vanish without a trace, joining him on his journey through time and space. Those who refuse were left with a warning, a cryptic message that hinted at greater things to come. And if your dreams ever repeat themselves, you may have crossed him already. Thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one. And remember, if your dreams ever repeat themselves, you may have crossed him already. Story 3. The 7 Seals of Flesh. Revelation speaks of 7 seals. Ancient prophecies that foretell the rise of Lucifer, the Unmaker, when the 7 seals are broken. But not all of them are metaphor. There are 7 seals in the flesh, real, human, living beings. Each one bears an ancient sin engraved into their bones, a branding that allows Lucifer to claim them once his infernal age begins. When he rises, these seals will weep blood under the light of one moon, and Lucifer will use their anguish to fuel his return. They say Lucifer himself marked them, a grim herald of his own damnation. He branded the first seal in the heart of a child killer. Legend says the man was a warlord whose armies pillaged across the countryside, burning villages and laughing as he held the severed head of a babe aloft. As the life drained from those eyes, Lucifer wreathed him with shadow and took his soul. Now the seal wanders, the earth seeking children to slaughter, whispering promises of power in exchange for their souls. The second seal, they say, is a queen who bathed in blood, a woman whose lust for power knew no bounds. She drowned her enemies in crimson and reveled as their life essence stained her skin. In the midst of her triumph, Lucifer touched her with a kiss that brought her eternal damnation. He marked her then with the fires of hell, turning her veins to burning rivers of magma. Now she walks the earth as a specter of war, driving men to kill and conquer in her name, drawing ever closer to the day she can bathe again in the warm embrace of blood. The third, a priest who fed his church to fire, a man who betrayed the sanctity of his calling to quench his lust for gold. He set his flock ablaze, watching with cold eyes as the congregation burned alive or leaped to their deaths. And as the last embers faded, Lucifer rewarded him with the gift of undeath, setting him aflame with holy fire. His flesh was seared and reshaped by the heat, and now he walks the earth wrapped in bandages, whispering false sermons to lost travelers and claiming their souls for Lucifer's horde. These are just 3 of the 7 seals, beings so corrupt that even death cannot touch them. They are cursed to walk among us, bleeding slowly into the world, feeding the darkness until the time comes for them to weep blood under one moon. Some dismiss the seals as myth, but there are others who know better. In remote regions of the world, whispers echo of strange beings who cannot die. Pete, in 2023, there were rumors that 3 of the seals had cried, shedding blood on the world below. They say one was caught on hidden surveillance cameras in the Nevada desert, another in the frozen wastelands of northern Russia, and a third in the sprawling megalithic complex of Puma Punku. All 3 were never supposed to be seen. Yet they leaked into the world, redacted government footage showing glimpses of shadowy figures covered in blood. If this is true, if 3 of the 7 seals have shed blood in a single year, then Lucifer's return may be nigh. The 4th seal, some believe, is in a remote village in Siberia. It is rarely seen, but those who search for it do not return. There are only tales told around frozen hearths of a great house in the heart of winter where an ancient evil stirs. And somewhere else, deep in the black heart of the city, a man in a suit stands watching, his face hidden behind mirrored glass. He is always in the shadows, waiting, watching. Some say he works for the crown, safeguarding the secrets of the world. Others say he is a hunter, forever stalking the night for the monsters that walk among us. All know his name is John. He has no reflection in glass and no shadow on the ground. Some might say he doesn't cast a shadow because he has no soul. In the old texts, it is said that John was once a good man, a soldier fighting against Lucifer's minions, but was damned after killing an innocent in battle. Okay? Now he's forever trapped between worlds, unable to find peace. All we know is that wherever the seals walk, John is close behind, watching, waiting for the moment he can finally bring them rest. All these tales and more I've heard whispered in the halls of the realm of shadows, and though some may call them fairy tales, there are those who know better. For every whisper, every shadow, every legend, there is truth. Sometimes it's a truth we dare not speak aloud, a truth we'd rather forget. But as the veil grows thin between our world and the realm of shadows, the truth will out. If Lucifer is indeed returning, what hope have we? What chance do we stand against an enemy that walks unseen among us, biding his time, gathering power? How can we fight an army if we don't even know where it lies in wait? To stand any chance, we must turn to John, the hunter in the shadows, and learn what we can of the seals of flesh, track their movements, anticipate their actions. Only then might we have a hope of survival. But why would we wish to survive? What hope is there of happiness in a world ruled by such horrors? Perhaps there is no hope at all. Perhaps the only thing to do is to embrace the coming darkness, to welcome Lucifer as a friend. After all, what is there left to lose? There are 7 seals, 7 deadly sins, and there are people who bear those sins within them. But how many seals are there? Are there only 7? Could there be more? Yes, there are others. There are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, each carrying a greater sin, a pestilence, war, and death. Then there are the fallen angels, demons that walk among us, twisting our thoughts, whispering lies to lead us astray. Even Satan himself could be considered a seal, a vessel of sin, waiting to break open and spill its corruption across the land. Each being carries its own brand of hell. Each is a harbinger of doom. Each is a sign of Lucifer's impending return. To fight them, we need only hope that John is watching, that he will step out of the shadows to lead us through this coming darkness. But why does Lucifer want to return? Why does he seek to plunge the world into chaos and pain? The answer, perhaps, lies in the nature of sin itself. Sin is nothing more than straying from the path, falling from grace. It is the desire to be more, to reach beyond what is possible. Lucifer, once the brightest of the angels, desired to be more than a servant of God. He wanted to be a God himself. And in his quest for ultimate power, he fell. Now he seeks to undo the fall, to return to the heights of heaven, even if it means dragging the entire world into hell. If Lucifer is allowed to succeed, then what hope is there for any of us? We are all sinners, all of us. We have all strayed from the path. All of us. We have all fallen. Perhaps this is why John walks among us, not just to hunt the seals, but to remind us that even in our darkest moments, there is hope for redemption. Even if Lucifer succeeds, there is still the possibility of a second chance. What hope do we have against an enemy that walks unseen among us, biding his time, gathering power? How can we fight an army if we don't even know where it lies in wait? To stand any chance, we must turn to John, the hunter in the shadows, and learn what we can of the seals of flesh, track their movements, anticipate their actions. Only then might we have a hope of survival. But why would we wish to survive? What hope is there of happiness in a world ruled by such horrors? Perhaps there is no hope at all. Perhaps the only thing to do is to embrace the coming darkness, to welcome Lucifer as a friend. After all, what is there left to lose? Some say John isn't a hunter, but a guide, leading us toward a new dawn, a new beginning. He is the shepherd, guiding his flock into the light. And if Lucifer is our shepherd, then we should follow him gladly, for what is death but a gateway to a new life? And with that final thought, I awoke from my vision. What meaning can we take from these visions? Are we truly facing a threat beyond our understanding? Or are these tales nothing more than campfire stories meant to scare us into submission. It's up to you to decide what truth lies hidden beneath these legends. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll see you next time.